300 quick Clash of Clans tips that you can use no matter what your level. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. I cannot thank you guys enough for 300,000 subscribers, each and every one of you. And I thought, what could we do as a special celebratory video? So I asked you, my subscribers, on my YouTube community tab and on my Twitter page for your Clash of Clans tips. And we will bring you 300 for a variety of levels. How this will work is I will bring one tip from you, then one tip from me, one tip from you, one tip from me, 150 from you guys, 150 from me, because I like to bring educational but entertaining Clash of Clans videos. So if that's the type of content you want to see, I would recommend subscribing and also turning on the notification bell. Maybe we will get to the stage of doing 400 tips or 500 tips one day. Who knows? That would be epic. But let's go and dive straight into this. Tip number 1, do not remove the stones. Unlike other obstacles, they will not reappear to your base, so if you want one as a souvenir, be sure to keep it. Tip number 2, the earthquake spells do diminishing damage. I got this slightly wrong in a previous video, so I wanted to make sure it was high on my list. The second spell used will do around about a third damage, the third around about a fifth, the fourth around about a seventh, etc. There will be typos in the video, guys. I can see one straight away. Please bear with me, this took a long time to put together. Tip number 3, consider upgrading your barbarians and archers within the laboratory because the spawned units from your hero abilities are based on your troop levels. Tip number 4, the Eagle Artillery activates after 180 units deployed at levels 1 and 2 and 200 units deployed at levels 3 and 4. By the way, guys, we won't be going into any great depth with the tips unless it is necessary. Prioritize your army upgrades, troops, heroes, army camps, barracks, over defenses. The offense normally does help more than defense when you're new to a town hall level. The recommended or the best league for farming depends on your strategy and activity levels. How many times can you attack in a given session? If your attack is not going to plan, do not panic, just lock up the 2 stars. Good advice. Carefully angle your healers away from air defense, particularly with a queen charge. Find a clan that is active with friendly players. They will be able to help you improve. For Town Hall 8 and below, the Builder Potion and Research Potions are the best value from the Clan War League medals. I did a video on that recently. Instead of putting the name of the strategy in your Quick Train menu where it says Army 1, you can put your CC troops in order to remember what you want. Good advice, I'd never heard of that one. For Town Hall 9 and above, the hammers offer the best value for the Clan War League medals, particularly the fighting spells and heroes. Try to maximize the Dark Elixir use of hammers. You can pre-make friendly armies within the settings. That means you are not going to accidentally attack. The required level for a queen walk or charge depends on the level of base you're going up against. How strong is the base? I did a video on that with the queen walk explained. The key to making good spell placements is patience. Absolutely, Sammy. Do not rush your spell placement because you are for sure not going to get the best value from doing that. A lower level queen will not only be harder to take down defenses, it will also take more time, so you might time fail. 2 tips here: prioritize your heroes at the beginning of each town hall level, they take the longest, and whenever you have excess resources, be sure to spend it on walls. If you are attacking with no heroes, you will probably have to attack for the 2 stars, especially higher up. If you could get the 3 all of the time without heroes, then it would be OP with them. If you are mismatched in the Clan War Leagues, make sure you do all of your attacks, carefully plan for the 2 stars, maybe the 1 stars, just get the best possible score, that's all you can do. The best time period to loot is when the season bank pays out. Everyone's storages are overstacked. Great advice, Brawl Champion. I know you have some other tips as well. When recruiting for your clan, ensure you have your core values worked out so you know the types of players you want to recruit. When you're about to upgrade something with Elixir or Dark Elixir, make sure you have the troops already cooked up in your army so that you can continue farming. A small but effective clan can be more beneficial than one with 50 members. You need to all have the same goals. Don't put decorations in the middle of the base. It alerts the attacker that there's no traps there. Always collect the loot from the loot cart. You will find out why later on in the video. When upgrading a town hall, the town hall boost also is impacted in the builder base, so take advantage of that. Some defenses can run out of ammo, but they will automatically fill up as soon as you log in. You can change the name of your army within the custom army menu. We've seen this earlier, the quick train menu, sorry. In the early stages of Clash, upgrading your mines and pumps will help you massively. When you farm, be sure to keep all of your barracks full so it's constantly training your second army, and that means you can use your army to protect your heroes as well because they take longer to recover depending on the strategy you're using. If you know you won't be active for a few days, consider moving your mines and pumps to the inside of the base. Again, you'll find out later why. If you have a ring style base, particularly at lower level, you might consider having your heroes slightly out of the ring to try and attract the troops and mess up with the attacker's pathing. If you are spending money on Clash, the Gold Pass offers the best value. Use the lightning spell to reset the single target Inferno's charge. I get asked about the creator code quite a lot, but what happens is Supercell will share 5% of their profit with your favorite creator. It costs nothing else for you, but it's a way to help support your creator. I would check their social media channels. My code is Judo, and honestly, it helps so much, guys. It really is appreciated. Try to be constant with upgrades. Do not let your builders sit and do nothing. Barch and Goblins can be a cheap farming army that brings big rewards in a collector raid. Try to get 4,000 clan game points. This means you get an extra reward, but you're also helping your clan. Consider farming with troops in the event tab. Often they will have a discount. Use the meta, it helps a lot. This is actually a really good tip. Make sure you're staying on top of what troops are the strongest in the game. If placed directly onto a building, one sneaky goblin can take down a collector, no matter what the defense is, and 2 for a storage. If you are the first person attacking in war, you find something useful, be sure to put a note so your clan knows to watch the replay. A test wall breaker, which is sending a single in before your pack of wall breakers, can check for small bombs and spring traps on the outside of the base, but higher level with the super wall breaker, it's not as necessary. If you have a second account or an active clan, always make sure you have clan castle troops before you go offline. When considering the efficiency of troops for setting the funnel, consider not just the army camp space required, but the time it will take the troops to do your job. When attacking in war, it is important to be familiar with the army you are using. That will give you the best chance of success. Consider starting cleanup as early in the attack as possible. Maybe there's an area you can use one archer or minion to chip away throughout the attack. You can know when the Electro Dragon is about to attack because the thorns on its back light up. Troops are added into the siege machine via the clan castle, i.e. they are your clan castle troops. When searching for bases in multiplayer, it's important to read the base. Can you actually win? Especially when you're farming, can you actually get all of the loot? If you are asking in the comments section for me to make a particular type of video, there's a good chance I've already made it, so have a quick look in my video catalog because you will probably find the answer quicker than I can respond to you. Tip most players probably won't know: when you are scouting, especially in multiplayer, you can press and hold the Clan Castle Troops button in order to see what you have inside. The Giga Tesla or Inferno are not activated until damaged or 51% of the base is destroyed. Always make sure the funnel is carried out well. It's the most important part of an attack. I did a video all explaining the funneling and the types you can use. I would recommend checking that one out. Legend League can be a good place to farm because you don't lose resources. If you have a rushed account, maybe prioritize the traps and Tesla because this could trip up your opponent, make them underestimate your base. I actually plan to bring a video on rushing your account, but that's really good advice. Find bases for all Town Hall levels at the Clash Champs website. I get a lot of questions asking for bases. My good friend runs this site and it has a ton of them on there. 2 tips here by Black Lightning. If you do have 2 accounts, try not to upgrade them simultaneously. It's hard to make advantage of the Town Hall boost. After upgrading your Town Hall, don't focus on defenses. Upgrade the elixir-based buildings. If you are looking for Town Hall 13 Pro level bases, I would recommend checking the COC Esports Twitter page, often there's some shared there, or even the pro players' Twitter pages themselves. The Wizard Tower can only hit ground or air troops. It cannot attack them both, even if they're in the same spot. Patience is the most important. Absolutely. When attacking, you've got to be patient. You can complete multiple attacking season challenges at the same time. I do this to rush the season challenges. 2 tips by John. When I use the power potion and the hero potion when attacking in war, I also use the training potion to give me the best value. For added efficiency, did you know that the hero and power potions are also appropriate in the builder base? Good advice. The air sweeper can push back the electro dragon faster than it can actually shoot. The Electro Dragon can chain to an air defense being out of range if the base is set up correctly. Dropping the king on the correct angle of the structures will help you determine which way he is going to go. Air bombs can no longer travel right across the map as they previously did. When you have a shield, never let it get to 30-minute guard without having 2 full armies cooked up. This is because you can attack through a guard. Troops will look at the closest 3 buildings when identifying which one they want to attack. Even 5 to 10 minutes of war attack planning can help tremendously. Absolutely it can. Try to snipe ground-based defenses with air troops, for example a minion against a cannon. High-level heroes are good at many strategies, so make sure to upgrade them ASAP. Good advice, you do need your heroes upgraded. You can press the arrow button next to your player or clan tag to copy it and paste it somewhere else. 4 tips by Colin, I hope you are well my friend. Before using a Yeti blimp, check if you can get the same value with a couple of hasted loons, often you can. Don't stay in a clan where you are the best player, you need to learn from others. Try not to attack against sweepers in a Yeti smash, it is a ground based army, but you do need the healers on the Yetis. Don't place your siege barracks in front of defenses without protection, such as the king or the ice golem. We mentioned the arrow next to the player and clan tag. You can press that same arrow in the village editor to share your base as a link. You can also share your base directly into the clan chat for others to copy. By sharing your base into the clan chat, it does allow people to copy it and essentially attack your own base. The 24-hour cooldown on bases is to prevent people from copying enemy war bases and practicing against it. Always be aware whether your Grand Warden is on ground or air. Really good advice. The 24-hour cooldown we mentioned was not initially implemented. It was actually a suggestion from the community. Be patient with your attack and think about the best strategy against the layout you're going up against. Scrolling on the war bases within the layout editor will actually reveal additional slots which you can purchase with gems, just in case you didn't realize. I feel a lot of people don't realize that wall breakers target buildings within wall compartments. Yes, they do. The wizard is a very vulnerable troop if not shielded by larger hit point troops. I would say thinking about the device you're playing on. This is a really good point actually. If you do have access to more than one device, test out attacks on maybe your phone or your iPad. Some people prefer bigger screens, smaller screens. Maybe test it out, see what you're best with. Save all of the free gems you get in order to purchase extra builders. That is going to be the best advice. The lightning spell can actually take out up to 6 buildings if placed correctly and they are compact enough. Defense targeting troops will target all buildings once all of the defenses are destroyed. 5 tips here. The first one being that you can get better lightning spell placement by having the shake screen turned off. This is a really good tip. It's within your settings. Take more builder-based challenges in the clan games. You can often get through them faster. Keep the hero ability turned on. You can still manually use the ability anyway. Build your army according to the base. Absolutely. You can't place a new building with the hammer of building. You can only upgrade existing ones. Defense targeting troops will not fight back against enemy troops or heroes. We are past 100 tips now. I do have video chapters. In case you do want to return, you can skip to different tips. I've put them in blocks of 50. The best settings for the Expo or Inferno Tower actually depends on the type of strategy you're trying to defend. Keep air defenses out of range of scattershot. This means that lava hounds, as they go to the air defense, will no longer tank the scattershot for the balloons. Try to freeze multiple defenses with your freeze spell, not just the primary one you're aiming for. The training potion is the best value from the trader, other than the free items. You can create some nice grass art within the builder base. This is because grass spawns around the barbarian head statue. Try to use wall rings on a wall upgrade as close to 1,000,000 as possible. This will give you the best value. In war, you can check whether your opponent has CC filled or not. You just can't see what's inside it. You can upgrade buildings past your storage limit after the season bank rewards. Learn to identify whether mines and pumps have loot in them, and storages for that matter. It will make farming easier. Purchasing packs from the shop that include magic items will let you overstack them in the storage amount. Clan War League medals are well spent when initially moving to a Town Hall level to let you accelerate into that Town Hall. Always watch any replays that are present on the base you are about to attack. It will reveal some secrets. If your clan has cleared all enemy lower bases, you don't have to re-attack the base, try and attack higher bases in order to scout, that is, finding out what's in the clan castle or finding out where the traps are. Place rage and heal spells so that the troops will continue to move forward into them for the best value. When you are a brand new town hall, have a look at the Book of Building and use it on the clan castle. This is because it will help with offense and defense. Spread spells out during your attack so they do not overlap. Upgrading archers and barbarians in the lab means they are high level with the king and queen ability. I'm sorry if any of the tips are duplicated. I think one of two of them are, but it was basically worded different and I thought it might help people out. Do not place a rage and heal on top of each other. You are pushing troops out of the heal faster. Fully max out your base before moving to the next Town Hall level. This is with the loot penalty. Combining a rage with the Grand Warden's ability can be very effective. Attack at the end of your shield. You can attack through a guard without any penalty, but with the shield you lose part of the shield, whereas at the end it doesn't really matter anyway. Limited edition obstacles will not return to your base. Save them if you want them. When you're doing the clan games, do challenges for the builder base because you can just do attack challenges non-stop. You don't have to wait for your troops to cook up. Practice phases of an attack instead of the entire attack by itself. Wall breakers target the closest building behind a wall. You can take advantage of this by having holes within your base. Discuss attack plans with your clanmates. More opinions might help you to identify something you never thought of. 2 tips here: do not put your heroes down for upgrade during the Clan War Leagues, and try to upgrade them in increments of 5 levels. This means that you are getting the best value towards the next ability. Spread splash damage defenses around your base. Try to have different clan castle troops throughout your clan so as to be unpredictable. Just in case anyone didn't know, when you cook up a super troop, the regular troop moves to the super training barracks and the super troop comes out. The best clan castle troops are the ones that your opponents are not expecting. Try to save 2 builders to constantly upgrade your heroes. You can steal 50% of resources from the gold mines and elixir pumps. Try to be careful on spell and troop placement. Do not just place them all in one area. You can steal 75% of resources from a dark elixir drill. Keep your lab busy at all times. This will often be where there is a bottleneck in terms of upgrades. Leave loot in your treasury if you don't need it imminently, and you have space to gain any more loot to the treasury. It's well protected within there. If you have placed all of your troops and spells, you can close the game, do not exit the attack, and the replay will play itself out. Only 3% of loot can be stolen from your treasury. Heroes and lab upgrades should be the 2 most important. That's because it can take the longest. The amount of loot in a collector or storage is indicated by the image shown. It can appear empty or full. Upgrade your collectors, especially at lower town hall levels. Often it can give you loot faster than what you can actually loot it from others. An empty appearing DE drill means that it has less than 20% of its capacity filled. Make sure you are prioritizing farming over trophy pushing, especially in the lower levels. A DE drill that appears full has at least 60% of its capacity filled. The skeleton spell does not trigger the clan castle troops, which can help to easily take it down if it's on the outside. #code Judo. Upgrading mines and pumps improve their rate of production and their storage capacity. When it goes to upgrading, prioritize the buildings that requires the highest amount of loot. This means that you're not keeping loot within your storages that others can steal. Upgrade new buildings when moving to a new town hall level for the best efficiency. There are always numerous ways to 3-star any particular base. Try to figure out the best plan. Before every season ends, fill up your gold storages and elixir storages to the max so they overstack. This means you can often upgrade stuff that you don't have the storage capacity to upgrade. The best army for a base is the one that gives you the best chance of success with the least risk involved. Don't miss your rage spells. This can be very easily done. Take your time. Your multiplayer base will change depending on what you want to protect. Is it trophies or is it loot? Most people forget about traps, so upgrade your traps. They are important. At lower level, the Town Hall is often on the outside because it's not a defense. It can only be used as a HP distraction. Never attack in war thinking everything will go to plan. Have a backup plan. An anti-2-star base tries to make the attacker miss the Town Hall, therefore getting the 1-star, whereas an anti-3-star base, the Town Hall placement is not relevant. You are purely protecting the 3-star, not the 2. When the season ends and you get the loot, before spending it, try and get to the 10%. It's often easy to get to, the 10% perk if you're getting the gold pass. I always give this tip. For Town Hall 10 and above, the Town Hall might be on the outside to impact siege machine pathing. Always participate in wars. It helps to improve your attacks and it also gives you pretty good loot. A Town Hall targeting siege machine will still target the Town Hall even if it is destroyed. When doing a multi-phase attack, don't wait for the first phase to finish. This is often where the phases can help integrate into each other and mean it's more effective. The Town Hall will be more protected in Town Hall 12 and 13 bases because it's actually a defense. Do not rush your base. This is because of the loot penalty. It will be harder to max in the future. Heroes can be taken down before their automatic ability goes off. On a queen charge, if you meet the enemy king at the same level as the queen, you will need a rage spell, but if she is lower and there's no defenses targeting, you will not need that spell. The Lava Hound is used on defense to slow down the attacker, particularly on a queen charge. Start working on your heroes as soon as you get to a new Town Hall level, otherwise you'll probably finish the defenses faster. Poison spells scale in damage similar to the Inferno Tower. You can make sure you don't lose your good clan castle troops for war by putting them to sleep so they don't defend your base. Poison spells will slow down heroes. Watch Judo's videos, thank you my man. The best tip I can give, and also dropping to lower league for farming. This means you are better protected on defense and you can often get the collector raids. Poison spells can be stacked to make the damage scale faster, but they don't provide double damage. Stay active. I thought I'd put this one in here because it's actually a really good tip. You need to be active to upgrade your base. A hero dive or Sui hero technique involves sending your hero into an area of the base to get value before just letting them go down. To farm resources, use the practice option. It often gives you good loot and it lets you practice strategies. An ice golem can be a great addition to a hero dive to get even more value. When upgrading to a new Town Hall level, be sure to save the 2-star bonuses you can stack because you will get the 4x star bonus with the boost. Prioritize spell usage on splash damage defenses for a lava loon attack or other mass attacks. Train 2 armies at a time instead of just one. It lets you attack faster. The amount of lightning spells you need to take down a building will vary on the level of lightning you have. Using the queen charge might seem difficult at first, but it's all about base identification. Basically, be realistic in what you are trying to get. A Tesla farm is placing all of your Tesla together in a particular area of the base. During a battle, you can hold down your siege machine, similar to the clan castle troops we mentioned, to see what is inside it. A Tesla farm can be very effective when not expected and might force the use of a spell from the attacker. Coconut loons during a Queen Walker Queen charge. This is sending in a loon to try and find a black bomb. Space out your base slightly so it is not easy to identify where traps or Teslas are located. Understanding how to plan for the future so you're not wasting time and resources, know what you're going to upgrade next. The more unpredictable your base is on defense, the better. Have fun with the game, a very important tip. Removing obstacles gives you an average of 2 free gems per removal. You can stop your screen from shaking from things like lightning and earthquake spells by going into settings, more settings, and you can also enter code Judo that way. Thank you, Brawl Champion. Use the clock tower boost to remove obstacles on the builder base quickly. Time your upgrades with other important stuff like clan games, wars, and leagues. Mass baby dragons is a fantastic farming strategy for both the main village and the builder base. You can take out dark elixir drills with 3 lightning spells, all 3 of them if they happen to be together, can be really good for farming. You can complete clan games faster by dropping trophies. Always try to learn multiple strategies because it's important to adjust the strategy on the base layout. I am adjusting the number on the fly here, so I hope it is correct. Trust me, there is definitely 300 tips in here. Make sure you don't have gaps in your base that players could deploy troops inside, unless it's a trap. You can essentially store elixir and dark elixir in your barracks if you are using a rune. Just cook up some troops, use the rune, and then when you've upgraded something, refund the elixir or dark elixir from the troops. Complete single player and practice modes for some nice loot. Always maximize the efficiency of your potions. Use them when you're going to be most active or when you really need them. You can use them for the home village and the builder base. You only need to worry about a defensive funnel for defense targeting troops, i.e. you don't need to worry about the outside of the base for hog riders. If you need elixir, then start using dark elixir troops like the witches, valkyries in order to farm. Likewise, if you need dark elixir, you can use elixir based troops. Train some super troops into your army before they expire so you can still use them afterwards. If you are a leader or a co-leader in your clan, having active players within your friend list means you can see who's online instead of just how many players. Keep an eye on the events tab. You can often gain some useful rewards by completing the challenges. Train the troops in your barracks to full capacity to save elixir when someone raids your base, similar to the tip we mentioned earlier. A progress base you might have heard of puts all of your max defenses for a town hall level on one side and everything you need to upgrade on the other. This lets you prioritize what you need to upgrade. You can also scroll down in the builder suggestions. There might be something better to upgrade. Be careful which compartments you open up with jump spells. You always want to make sure your troops are pathing in a particular direction. Do not sell your runes or books, not unless you need to. It's not very good value. Hogs or balloons can often snipe defenses if they are targeting your queen during a queen charge. Please give information about friendly challenge clans and request and leave clans. Yes, there are some clans that are there just to give you donations, so you can always search to see about finding one. The P.E.K.K.A can be a great troop for funneling. It also has very predictable pathing. Don't change your army composition too often. If you're trying to master an attack, you need to be using it a lot. The king is also great for funneling on the outside of the base, especially with his ability he can push through an area very quickly. 2 tips here: save the hero potion and power potion for war. You can also use the training potion to do more attacks. Save the resource boost for when you have an active shield. Having an external group chat can be good to help coordinate your attacks. Having access to voice within that chat can be extremely helpful. Spell placement is really hard, particularly for the Electro Dragon. Be sure to watch the shadow. This is a tip I brought you in my video showcasing a tip for every troop, which I would obviously recommend as well. Having clanmates on voice whilst you are attacking to help call out things that you might not have noticed, such as a Tesla popping. Try to reach Builder Hall 9 quickly so you can get the auto hut. Also try and max the gem mine. I didn't count this as 2 tips, but it kind of makes up for the one we duplicated earlier. Cleanup troops are those that you take purely to take non-defense buildings at the end of an attack. Haste spells work really well on troops that are slow but strong, such as Loons, P.E.K.K.A, and Electro Dragon. I wouldn't agree with the Electro Dragon because the haste only impacts movement speed, not attack speed. Cleanup is important as to not time fail with an army that has defense targeting troops. If you go offline for more than 90 days, your base starts to upgrade itself. This is something that was added in the previous update. It will basically slowly max everything for your town hall level, but it won't upgrade your town hall or add new buildings. It basically upgrades to around about half of what you would have been able to log on and just collect from your collectors. Consider taking a miner to get inside the base in order to help with cleanup. 5 tips here, but But in order to have more war weight, build the new buildings and upgrade them to the current level of your town hall. Some people do like to try and push up the war map. Always upgrade the lab first and have a power potion so you can utilize the maxed level troops. Make sure to utilize the town hall boost. Definitely. Elixir is really important. That's because it tends to be the offensive upgrades and farm more in the lower leagues. A minion can be great for cleanup to send into the defending king and or his altar. Start cleanup as early as you can. It will help with time, but sometimes pathing for your main army. Generally with attacks, you want to target the most threatening defenses versus your army composition first. Remember to maintain your funnel throughout the attack in order to push your troops to the major defenses. Ensure miners stay on the inside of the base for that reason. To know how many upgrades are left in a specific town hall, click the builder icon and you can also scroll down. This guy's an OG but only just learnt it. See, you hopefully will learn something from this video. If you're unsure, take more funneling troops than needed. You can always use them for cleanup or to distract defenses. Clear your gem box when it arrives on your base so you can get them again because you can only have one of them. You will fail some attacks. Try to learn from your mistakes in order to improve. If there is a defending Electro Dragon, remember we mentioned the spikes lighting up, you can use this to your advantage to freeze it at the correct moment. Use your power or hero potions when you are scouting the base. This means you don't waste a couple of minutes in finding a base within multiplayer. We've had the first tip in terms of prioritizing heroes, but the two others, if possible, try to use the same army whilst you are farming that you use for war. This lets you practice it. And also, try and farm at higher leagues in order to get more realistic war bases. Place spring traps within gaps of walls so you've got a better chance of funneling the troops to them. Spring traps are also well placed in between defenses to hopefully impact hog riders. With your star bonus loot rewards going into your treasury, be sure to stack them because, we mentioned, it is well protected. All of your small bombs together can provide a similar effect as the giant bomb, which is commonly used at Town Hall 9. You can flag an enemy base in order to make sure your clanmates know you want to attack it. 4 earthquake spells of any level will destroy any level of walls, no matter what. Try to get your 6th builder as soon as possible. This means you can upgrade your base faster. Defending heroes are a big part of your plan. You should know how you are going to take them down. If you are farming, never use all of your builders. Otherwise, you will stack your storages and you will have to wait if your builder's finished. Always save one of them in order to put your excess resources into walls. Witches can be of great value versus a single target inferno. You can cancel building upgrades and get 50% of the gold or elixir back, but you cannot cancel anything once it's in the lab. If queen charging into a single target inferno, make sure you have a plan. You either need the ability or freeze spells. Do lots of friendly challenges before you do a war attack. This means that you are fresh, you have practiced your strategy, and it will hopefully stop you making mistakes. Try to maximize troops and spells that can be used for numerous benefits in multiplayer, such as the freeze spell being used in numerous areas. This is because you can't pre-plan your attack and know which base you're attacking. I mentioned this in my previous video guiding you through all of the Clan War League medals, but if you are using the medals to upgrade walls, the wall rings provide much better value than the loot. Even with big loot raids, make sure you are comfortable that you have a strong enough army to actually get the loot. With troop donations, if your clan requests the same ones, you might consider farming with that army in order to donate the troops faster. When new updates or balance changes are released, be sure to test out the troops that are impacted. You might just find a new favorite troop. Don't worry about rushing and upgrading your town hall if you still have upgrades in the lab and walls. I did cover this in my when to upgrade your town hall level, but it's all about builder management. I would just upgrade, you're not rushed. Using friendly challenge as a zero pressure practice ground. Just test things out. 3 tips here. Never rush your base no matter what. Never rush your attack. Look at every single detail, how you can get the maximum value. And do not be afraid to experiment. Great tip. Test new things out. Pick the areas of an attack you want to improve and work on those within friendly challenge or multiplayer. Maybe you want to improve the queen walk or the lava loon deployment. Pick one area. Ask your clan members for advice on what they feel you should work on improving. If your clan members cannot help, maybe try Reddit or the forums, or even my Discord server has an attack planning section. You can also ask me any questions when I'm live on Twitch. The link for that is in the description. How to attack or strategize your attacks to take the Eagle Artillery without triggering it. We mentioned right at the start of the video, try and plan so you're not using enough troops to activate it. If you don't consciously work on the aspects of the game you struggle with, you will never improve. Whilst doing a queen walk, be cautious of DPS defenses. Use the ability early if needed, because the automatic ability might not work if the defense can take out your queen faster. Keep the game fresh and fun by rotating game modes and the strategies that you use. If you are searching in multiplayer, the 30-second preparation has expired. It starts the 3-minute attack and you end the battle without deploying any troops. You won't lose any trophies. Continue to watch YouTube videos to keep up to date with the strongest strategies in the game. It's okay to lose when you're farming, especially if you're getting big loot. After watching a YouTube video, you will have to go away and actually practice the attack itself so you know how to execute it. You can always rush a Town Hall 12 account so that you can donate siege machines to yourself or to your clan. Make sure you continue to enjoy Clash of Clans. If you don't enjoy it, then your motivation will continue to decline and you won't improve because you're not putting as much effort in. The biggest tip is to play Clash continuously. If you continue to play, you will continue to be upgrading your base, but you also naturally understand the troops and how to use them. Mastering Clash takes a long time. It won't happen overnight, so stick with it and enjoy. 2 tips here, but when starting the game, it depends on how much time you have. You might want to level up 2 bases at the same time, even if you have a primary one and a one you play more passively. It means you can help to donate to yourself, but this all depends on how much time you have. However, the second tip is to connect to Supercell ID. What a valid point. It will mean you can recover your base much easier. Try to take part in as many game modes as you can and be as active as possible to upgrade your base faster. Don't try and run a clan by yourself. There's no advantage to running the clan personally. It can just be stressful. Try and have friends around you that have the same goals as you in order to make it fun. Many people ask about fixing a rushed base. I do plan to bring a video on this in the future, but really you can't go too far wrong with just being active. 3 tips here, but plan your upgrades. Use the runes when you are going to be doing an upgrade. Secondly, if you are doing a new war attack strategy, be sure to practice in multiplayer or friendly challenge first. And thirdly, if you have clan castle troops for your war attack, put them to sleep so you don't lose them on defense. Starting a second account can keep the game enjoyable and show you actually how much you have learned and improved with Clash. Keep an eye on the pro scene. The World Championships often reveals new tactics. Watching the pro players can also help you to reverse engineer their attacks so you can identify where to improve. You can make holes or empty spaces on the outside walls in order to mess with wall breaker pathing. Tip 300, continue to push yourself, maybe applying for more competitive clans as you improve. You might even find yourself in the World Championships. Thank you guys so much for sticking through this. Let me know down in the comments roughly how many tips you knew about. I'd be interested to see, honestly, how many people knew. Now, I'm going to link here my video providing a tip for every single Town Hall level because I do think it will be useful for you, but as I mentioned in one of the tips, feel free to have a look through my video catalog. The subscribe button is here as well. Thank you guys so much for 300,000 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this special. It took a long time to put together, integrating you guys as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.